Now that you've created your repository on GitHub and it has some commits, let's take a look at what this looks like on the GitHub website. Like in the Create Your Own Adventure repository, I can see what files are in the repository. Also, scrolling back up, I can view the commit history by clicking on Commits. This is similar to running git log on the command line, but it shows the history of the repository on GitHub rather than showing the history of your local repository, so you'll only see changes that have been pushed to GitHub. It's also possible to create and edit plaintext files directly on the GitHub website. Right now, I just pushed from my local repository to GitHub, so they have the same content. But I'm going to add some content directly on GitHub so that you can see what happens when you have changes on GitHub that aren't present in your local repository. In practice, this can happen if you make the changes directly on GitHub, but it can also happen if you push changes to GitHub from another computer, or if there's another person working on your project who pushes changes to GitHub. To create a new file, I'll click this plus sign. I'm going to create a file for my Lesson 3 reflections. And I'll add the first reflection prompt. You'll be seeing this prompt pretty soon. Now I'll scroll down, and here I can enter a commit message. The message should go in the first box, and I can use this second box if I want to add a longer description of my commit, but I'll leave that blank. Now on the right side of the screen, I can click Commit New File. Now I can see that a new commit has been created. Create file for Lesson 3 and add first reflection. Now I'll demonstrate pulling these changes down to my local repository in a minute, but first I want you to create a new reflections file on GitHub so that you can follow along. You'll see some instructions about how to do that on the next screen.